We're back. It's day 2. I think Josh is inside the chipper. I'm not sure. We got some logs slashed, not a whole lot. There's some few logs sitting ready to slash up, but we're waiting on trucks. I don't think I'll have any more this afternoon. So what we did was we did a bunch of flail chain, got that done, and then we fixed some leak yesterday, but that's not it. It's still leaking and it's irritating me like crazy. So yeah. But I went through the dozer today and tried to fix up the landing a little bit. And we got this nice, beautiful breeze, which is horrible for making video, but great for a landing situation. So I pushed the slop off it with the dozer and piled the slop up right there. And then spread a little more sand out in the landing. So it should work out just beautifully. The deer are in here like crazy. They love fresh dirt too. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. The old chipper's back up and running. I helped put that back together this morning. So they're actually running trucks off from that right now. And it gives us a little reprieve. It's looking just spectacular. And yeah, the more sun we get on it, the better. And so that's why I ran a dozer over it before we did chain, to let it sit as long as we could, try to heal up, and then it'll be great this afternoon. This evening, tomorrow morning, we'll ever get a truck, but I think Josh is in there, but sometimes if I'm going to work on the chipper, I'm not walking back and forth to get tools back and forth, I'm going to drive this tool truck in there. I'm not going to walk back and forth to get what I need. So he needs fuel anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to get some fuel and load everything else up, but the road's looking good. That's important too. Doesn't just look glorious. Look at the sky, clear skies finally, after it's felt like a week of just nasty rain, cold. A little reprieve and sunshine to get the whole crew happy. But as long as I don't poke the bear, as long as I don't pick on Josh too much, we're all good. So I'm gonna drive this thing in there and in it to win it. This truck's at almost 30,000 miles already. Easy peasy right in here. Easy peasy and lemon squeezy. Yeah. Boy, whoever run that dozer. Gotta go find Josh. Let's go find him. Real quiet. Found you.
You done pooping?
Yeah. I brought the tool truck in too. Is that where she's leaking?
I don't know. It's leaking. It's still leaking up here. Like I said, that 3/4 hose needs replaced.
Is it leaking?
It could be. It looks pretty suspect. It's all wet up there. It's wet.
We need to do an investigation.
I mean, I don't know what all of it runs, but everything runs. But something's still leaking up top because it's still all wet.
Yeah.
More wet up there again. But it did slow down quite a bit because it's not leaking. It started leaking a lot more after we fixed those.
Josh just pulled the hose out. And one trick is that 3/4 one was coiled up in there like a car spring.
You pulling it out that way?
Out through the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Or you want to pull it down this way?
It don't matter. Go ahead and try to pull it. It probably will pull easier up through the top because it's got that 90 on it. See that curly cube? That's what you don't want inside this thing. Here's what happened. I got so I was throwing wrenches. I even threw my hat because up underneath this thing got soaked in oil again 2 days in a row. That's okay. A little irritated. We got it done. So hoses go from here, go up through here, come out, go up under here. Okay. Whenever we're changing hoses, always want the boom facing out back because that's where you're running it at. So when you fold it up, them hoses might be in a little bit of a bind, but not too bad. Problem is that curly Q that we just pulled out was probably installed with the lower facing backwards, and then it was put in a bind beyond that. So while we're running it, it's literally curled up in there like this and rubbing everything in there and chewing up a bunch of other hoses, and it was just a mess in there. So like you don't want that going up through there. Okay, you want her nice and clean through there. And it didn't have a swivel on it. You don't have to have a swivel, but it helps out a little bit. We're lucky there was a 3/4 swivel in there. So we're gonna cut that hose. Is too long is another problem. So we're gonna cut a foot off it, then put a swivel in the middle. So there's a swivel in here that'll just help it bind up even less. Yeah, that gets really irritating when stuff like that's done. I mean, we're doing anything under there, you want this facing out back. That way you get it all up in there nice and straight, because you already got enough mess in there as it is to begin with. And that hose we installed yesterday is this one. See how it's up there nice and tight? Then you got these other two 1-inch lines that will come down way low. When this yoke comes up, it hits them. And it just rubs all them hoses. And they all get like that right there. And then you got to start replacing them. So everything right now up through the turret looks beautiful, nice and straight, streamlined. This hose right here is going to have to be replaced. I mean, she's coming apart at the end, right in there, because of the fact that it's too long and this yoke's hitting it every time it goes up for 8,000 hours. And this thing is going up and down all the time. So we're gonna fix it up the right way this time. With that 3/4 is gonna help us, but that 1-inch line might still have to get fixed. And that 1/2-inch line. But we're gonna start, that's for your cylinders out here to pick this up, 1/2-inch. So we'll get that 3/4 fixed for now. And yeah, you just want everything nice and straight up and down in there. That's your biggest bet. But you don't want stuff too long, because then it starts, you know, yeah. The problem is this goes all the way up into here, and then it just smushes all them hoses. Not so much with the small stuff, but you get into some bigger rotten nasties, then you get into some situations. So right now we're gonna work on that. Fun.
It's at least most open spot. I mean,
Yeah, it'll work.
otherwise you gotta go through here and stuff it back into this bundle that's all tight in it.
Yeah,
We're all rubbing in.
yeah, it'll work. We just got her done. Set that over there. I mean, it's not as good as I would have did it, but okay, it's fine. You heard me. That one is right there now. So it's a little snug in there around the turret, but I think she'll be fine. I think maybe a little more snug than we want it. I could probably pull on it. Might be the best bit. Jump in there and pull on a little bit. Ouch! Ouch! Ow.
You just enjoy me too much.
You got hydraulic fluid in your hair
I'm sure.
just beyond the bald spot. Which fitting's leaking up under there?
I don't think it's a fitting.
You don't think it's a fitting?
What do
Hey,
they call them, slide things?
no, that's a fitting leaking up in there.
What do they call them, things that go back and forth? On the valve bank.
Valve bank? I don't know.
Hey, you.
No, I don't.
What do they call them?
The spools?
Spools.
Spools. Yeah.
Things.
Reels.
reels.
Yeah. Zebco 33.
Classic.
Classic. Something's loose up there leaking because it's leaking a lot.
I think it's leaking up here. It's wet all the way up to there. No, it's all the way up. It's wet all the way up to that spool.
The spool is leaking a little bit, but there's something else leaking too. 'Cause it's leaked since yesterday.